Welcome back to Nerd is the Word, ladies and gentlemen, or, others, I guess, dogs, cats,
Whoever's listening, yeah.
yeah, whoever's listening,
Aliens. We do
toddlers,
believe in aliens.
aliens, come on, we can Mulder and Scully this shit. Um,
I believe it.
but welcome back to Nerd is the Word. I am Josh,
I'm Jeff.
and we got a pretty good show for you. I assume that you watched WandaVision.
Yeah, yes, but can we before we do that? At the
Oh,
time of this
I'm
recording,
gonna start with that.
it is your birthday, so happy birthday!
Thank you. I am
Don't you dare
23.
say, don't you dare say old. Don't you
No, I'm
do
not
it.
old. No, Serena last night, she looked at her clock and it was 12. She goes, "Happy birthday, old man." I'm like, and then she was like, "You're 7 years away from 30." And I was like,
I'm 1.5. Screw you.
but yeah, yes, it is my birthday, Blink 182 did make it pretty clear though. Nobody likes you when you're 23. So it's gonna be a long year of people just hating on me.
Hey, at least you got out of the Taylor Swift song.
yeah, yeah, at least I got out of that. But before we get into WandaVision, how are you, my friend? How was your week of viewing opportunities?
Well, I watched WandaVision.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. Like I say, it's still just like sports time. So just a few basketball games here and there.
Yeah.
Alabama is still undefeated in the SEC. We like to see it.
We watched WandaVision. What else did we watch? Serena had me watch The Notebook.
Oh, how was that?
I've never seen it. Here's the thing. I think you know where I'm about to go with this. There are a lot of movies that I cry in. Endgame, like a baby. Batman vs Superman, it's beautiful. Stuff like that. I didn't expect to cry in this movie.
You should have. It is a chick flick.
But yeah, I should have. And Serena, the entire time she's watching it, she's going, looking at me, watching it, look back at me. I was like, I'm good. And at the ending, I was like,
I'm not good.
I'm like, okay, fuck you. And I'm sitting there crying. I'm like, it's so sad, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. She is no longer going to be picking the movies. But we also watched Underwater.
Okay, can't say I've heard of it, but
it came out either last year or 2019. It's got Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, I know, right? The chick from Twilight, Charlie's Angels and all that. The chick with one emotion, and that's fucking it.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good movie, but I'll go ahead and tell you, it's a direct Alien ripoff.
Okay.
100%. If you watch these two movies side by side, it's an underwater version of Alien. And
okay, fine with me.
I think Cthulhu is in it. I don't know.
I think
all I'm saying is that does the monster look like Cthulhu, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen, but T.J. Miller is in it, and T.J. Miller is funny as hell in everything he's in.
Yes.
But he's sitting there. He's talking about. I can't remember what he's talking about. He's like, well, we're all going to collectively shit our pants, and I was like, that sounds like something I'd say. So Rick can relate. But no, other than WandaVision and horror movies, because we've been trying to, when I say we, I mean me, I've been trying to watch good horror movies that they're just not coming out anymore. It sucks.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I ended up in last night, I ended up in a Twitter hole, or not a Twitter hole, a TikTok hole.
Oh, okay. You went down the wormhole. We love to see it.
I went down the wormhole, and I did not like what I saw. It was, nah. No, this is one version of Alice in Wonderland I will not be reading. I ended up in a in a TikTok horror hole.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to best describe this, so I'm just going to tell you what I saw. Someone on YouTube really wants to make movies, really wants to
Okay.
make horror, because there's a channel called Living in Luxury, and it's, I don't know how to best describe it. It's literally like 20-minute little like Paranormal Activity movies, except
Okay.
no ghosts, and it's like, it's just some weird shit, man.
What is this? Just like after the Ghostbusters? Is that what this is?
I know, right? No, it's like the acting is horrible. It's bad. It's Serena described it so perfectly. You remember those old bullying videos in high school, in like middle school or
It's
high
a
school you watched?
movie on YouTube.
Oh,
What do
100%.
you expect?
100%. If you're gonna put it on YouTube, you obviously don't have money, so good acting would be nice. But no, I give this channel shit. It would work very effectively as like an anthology thing. It's kind of like what we were talking about last week with practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell they use practical effects for their like monster stuff, and it does look really good. Like I would watch all of them, and I might watch all of them, because it honestly is, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's weird as shit, but it gives you a sense of dread, and I have not watched anything that has made me feel dreadful in a long time.
Okay.
Like horror movie dreadful, not like, girlfriend broke up with me dreadful.
Now, I will say one channel that I do love that's kind of along those lines is the Merkins channel.
Merkin, really?
That's the one that they. That's just their name, dude. That's the one that the Slash Street Boys, where it's like the parody where they do they all wear the mask and do like that's their channel, and they legit have like actual $100-something masks for every character.
That's
like they use because there was a video that I think there's a video that's still probably on their channel where they were just like going through and showing all the masks. And I mean, it's like they're legit masks. Like they have like 3 or 4 different ones for some of the characters, and but they use like it's all like the singers and the actors might not be the same, but the masks themselves, like it's all like real stuff. It's not CGI or anything. And it really does it lends really well to the actual video production.
Oh, well, the thing with this channel is you can tell their goal, and they have like millions of viewers. Like, it's not like someone put on a video that they thought was scary. It got like maybe 100 views. They have like, we were looking at the view count today. There's millions, and it shows because it does look good. The acting is not the best. They're white, and you can tell they're white because they always want to stay and figure it out. We were watching it today, and I was talking to Serena. I was like, look, if you were that person who's like, we got to stay, and I said, go, sorry. Deuces, I'm gone. And she was like, oh, no. One time, everything would happen. You'd get a postcard from me that night. But the thing about it, that is, I mean, YouTube is a place you can start doing your stuff now. I mean, you can use it as portfolios, man. I mean, exactly. I mean, you can start anything on YouTube. But now,
that's why we chose YouTube for all of this, is just because it gives us like the most freedom to do, all kinds of different, like it'll give us the freedom to do like the watch along, still have the podcast, have the video version of the podcast, so you can like see things like when we're like, for instance, the last episode, whenever I was showing off the little Hot Wheel, like that's something that you wouldn't get in the audio version.
Oh, no, 100%. So, I mean, but no, like YouTube, it's a place where you can create now. I mean, you can get your stuff out there and eventually get a career. But no, I mean, other than watching all that, still been writing, cranking out that movie script, adding little changes and all that. Got accepted into college today. So I know, right? I'm happy.
Birthday boy, college boy. Oh man.
No, right? I'm becoming an adult. It's a lot of responsibility.
Don't do it. I repeat, do not do it.
What's the Nick Miller thing with there's too much responsibility? I don't like it. But no, Just doing a lot of writing, man. I've been going on it's called what's the Celtics, something like that. It's online. It's a script writing. It helps you write your scripts and all that. I've been cranking that thing out for the past couple of days. Just working.
There you go.
But did you? But before we get into WandaVision, did you hear about Clerks 3?
Oh, they're finally making it, or
They-
are they doing because that was the one that he said that he never did want to make it just because it was like a weird ending,
Yeah.
and he had to rewrite the script.
Well, the other day he cranked out the final pages and it's done.
Oh boy, here we go.
So, and if they do the same thing they did on the Reboot Roadshow, we're gonna go see them again.
Well, this time it would have Jay too, I'm sure. If it's a
100%. That was pretty fun though. That was a learning experience that night. But no,
we learned what happens when you drink too much alcohol.
That was so funny with that lady. He's like interrupting.
Oh,
He's genuine. Oh, you froze.
You froze.
I froze.
Yeah.
Someone was frozen. But
let it go.
But no,
let it go.
But no, so WandaVision, man. What was your thoughts on I didn't know we were gonna get 2 episodes.
Yeah, so I think they did that just so that way they can keep it at like an 8-week schedule.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because they said that there's going to be 9 episodes, so by giving us 2 right off the rip, it lets them keep that 8-week schedule, and it just makes it seem like you get a bonus episode.
When really it's
out. Yeah, it's just for them. But I thought it was really good. I love because they went through. So the first one was like clearly like the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah.
And they said that, I think my favorite part was they said that Dick Van Dyke even like went on set and was like helping them set up the set, to make it look as best they could.
That's awesome. That man's getting old, dude. He posted a video, I think it was day after Thanksgiving or the day after Christmas or something, and it's like you look like a toenail. I mean, look, Dick Van Dyke, great actor. And when he passes, it's going to be a horrible time. But the dude's 1,000 years old. I mean, he's getting up there. Betty White.
I was going to say, Betty White's about to turn 100.
Yeah, I mean, she's old as hell, too.
And she's still going to outlive us all. It's okay.
It's gonna be like 4,000. She's gonna be like, I remember being in my
hundreds.
Yeah, the first time.
The first time.
Rocking chair, just reading a book. By that point, she's like dust. But no, I really liked it. No, me and Serena didn't watch it until like 11, 12 o'clock that night because she had to work.
Yeah, we watched it. It was we watched like the first episode. It was right after I got home from work. It was like 4:30, like 5 o'clock, somewhere around there when we watched it. And then we waited to watch the second one a little later. But I mean, it was still like, first day. And I mean, it was really good. I love like all the little,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was definitely like those like slapstick humor moments that were big in shows like that. It had that same kind of feel by them doing it black and white.
Before we get into the spoilers, if you haven't seen it, pause it and then it's only an hour. You can save an hour.
It's been a week. You're good. Like you should watch it by now. Go watch it. Go,
we'll give you 3 seconds.
Then come back.
Yeah, we'll give you 3 seconds. Actually, no, we won't. You can. There's a pause button for a reason. I have a phone. Turn it off. But no, I mean, it took me a while. In the first episode, I didn't know what they were going to do. I figured we were going to get right into mystery. And we didn't really. I mean, they had little parts, but it wasn't, like slapping you in the face with mystery. There were some creepy, like Twilight Zone parts. Like when they're at the dinner table and old boy's choking and Kitty is sitting there laughing. And it's just like Did we? Is Jordan Peele gonna walk out of here sometime?
That is kind of what it seemed like, yeah.
But it was interesting to say. Well, I mean, and here's my thing, and a lot of people have had the same kind of opinion. I have blind faith in Marvel,
Yeah.
so I don't care what they do. I'm gonna go with it. It was a lot slower than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, because
But
like we really, even after like the first two episodes, we really don't know like still what's going on. It's just
all we know is that Sword is doing something.
yeah, like it. I mean, and it's still a like it's still just kind of so far at this point, it's just more of like a nostalgia trip than it is like
Yeah,
any
I mean,
actual, at least that we know of so far. Like there may be moments that by the end of it we come back to and go, oh, okay. But
okay, that's
for now, like it just kind
the
of
beekeeper, and I'm not. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in the show. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I
absolutely.
get the general story that they're giving you so far, but usually with some shows, I can kind of try and piece together, what's a little bit of what's going on. And with this, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we should hopefully by so uh this week's episode, now that we've hit like the color age, like this, this should be kind of when we start to probably see like some actual story building come up.
Yeah,
So, what character is the girl that showed up in the like the second episode that was like running the little talent show?
the blonde chick.
No, no, no. The one that spoiler showed up in the box at the end. Is
Oh,
that Monica Rambeau?
yes, that's
Okay,
Monica.
yeah. So
I
like
have
if you look in the trailer, like it shows her getting like yeeted out of the little fever dream or
was
whatever this
it's called like
is.
Westview, I think it's called.
Yeah, like it shows her getting like yeeted out of like the whole thing and like ending up back in the real world. And when she does it, it looks very like 70s dress. So I think we might see that next episode.
I think so too. I don't even know what to make of this. I know that they said Randall Park is going to be in it.
So that was I saw where somebody was saying that was the voice coming through the radio.
That's what I'm thinking too. Well, here's my thing. We had the theory last week of that it was going to be someone's fucking with Wanda,
Hmm.
and that's going to cause the break. At this point, I don't know. If it was someone fucking with Wanda, Sword would not be there.
Well, I think it's more so like she's kind of under this. She is trapped in her own mind, and they may have found her, and she's like not actually. It basically might look like a coma from their perspective, right?
Well, I'm thinking it might be that, or I'm thinking that since there is a multiverse, and I know we've heard this theory before, that Sword sent her out to explore the multiverse, figure out, is there a threat? Can we just leave them be? Are we going to let them just chill there? Or are we going to do something to try and cut this off? And something's keeping her there.
Well, as of right now, I don't think we have a multiverse. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Like you had like so far the only thing that we've seen deal with a multiverse is like Doctor Strange, like the first one.
yeah.
But even then, like none of that was like uh none of that was really like a multiverse. It was just different dimensions within the one universe. So at this point, like I don't think we have a multiverse yet. So
I, I don't know. I have no idea what to make of this show, man. I mean, I feel like I've usually been able to like hone in on what's going on. With this, it's, sorry, computer moved. With this, that is very good writing because I have no idea what to make of this.
well, yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's what I was saying earlier was it feels like they're just doing more like so far it's just been a lot of like nostalgia kind of like humor. You've got like the audience laugh tracks. There's not a lot of like story building. It's just basically them living an episode of whatever show that they're doing. So like episode 1 was Dick Van Dyke Show. Episode 2 was like Bewitched, I Love Lucy, somewhere in those lines. And like it just
I think episode 3 is going to be like I think Brady's. I think that's what they've said. It's going to be like the Brady Bunch.
okay. I've been because I've been wondering what kind of shows that they would actually be going through to kind of emulate. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like each week.
I, I just like the way it's done, man. It's done so well. I think what's her name, Catherine Hahn, starts with an H. She plays the neighbor.
Oh yeah, so like her character is like a I think her character is going to be very important for the like the actual like story behind the show because I think
Mhm.
that she is working with so if they're setting up Mephisto, I think that she's working with Mephisto.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn. I feel I think that she's probably a shady character. I think she's going to be someone who we need to keep an eye on. You know, I mean, if they said they're setting Mephisto, which they could be, but Mephisto's kind of a big character. So if they set up that character, I really hope they don't make it just for this show and then he's kind of
No, no,
out.
no, 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 no. This would be like so. I think what was like what they're kind of setting up is it kind of looks like he's trying to figure out a way to enter like this dimension, and so this is kind of his way of like trying to like so like he's trying to project her to have like the kids and do that kind of stuff, and then he's gonna try and like sneak his way in with the kids probably. And so
Probably.
he's gonna try and like enter through her, and then whenever she snaps out of it, he'll be there with her, kind of thing. Because like he would be like your next like Thanos level threat, where it's gonna be like a yeah like a multi movie multi show whatever you want to say like just somebody that's gonna
Yeah,
be
they're gonna build up to him and all that.
yeah because I know that they like I think that they said that maybe like a Doctor Doom was coming in like Spider-Man, but like I I hope not because that seems kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I don't.
But I
Yeah, I
would
really.
if they're doing Mephisto, like now would be the time to set up that next villain for like a
Yeah,
multi
because as of right now, we really don't have anybody. I mean, and the next couple Marvel movies are just like solo movies.
well there's so well yeah so we
Well,
have
solo to an extent.
well what is it next that's in because isn't it is so Black Widow is next, right?
Yes, Black Widow comes out in May.
But Black Widow is also going to be set in the past.
Yeah,
So
I think it's set between Civil War and Infinity War.
yeah, so like that one's not
Everything that Wanda, everything that Natasha
Natasha.
was doing during that time.
Yeah, so like even though that one's like coming out, it doesn't it's not like the next part of the story, so it's kind of like you're really the next two movies that you're going to like need to see is going to be
Doctor Strange and
yeah,
Spider.
Doctor Strange and Spider-Man because they're I think both of those are going to be dealing with the direct effects of like this show. So like it's going to be that one and then I believe it's Doctor Strange first and then Spider-Man or is it Spider-Man and then Doctor Strange?
I think it's Spider-Man and then Doctor Strange.
So like those are going to be dealing with the effects of what happens in this show.
And I'm looking forward to it, man. From everything I've heard from the Spider-Man movie, which they haven't really said much about the Doctor Strange movie, other than she's going to be in it.
Yeah.
This
They said
Spider-Man,
that they said that she was going to be like the villain role in it too.
yeah. So I think that's going to have something directly to do with this, because I think she's going to snap. This show it's set up for tragedy.
Yeah. And so it's probably one of those where you might have to go like pull her back from the like she may get out of control and it's going to be a show where you're just trying to like pull her back in as opposed to like trying to take her down. Yeah, because So even though it says villain role, like it could just be like she's going to be like the antagonist. So it doesn't necessarily mean she will be a villain. It's just she's the thing that they're having to go against in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be a villain. It might just be her broken,
Yeah.
and she's causing all the stuff. And Doctor Strange gonna be like, hey, knock it off. Well, what was the thing from Suicide Squad? The look, you gotta go over there, slap on her ass, tell her to knock this shit off. That is the best Deadshot quote right after when Harley calls him a pussy and he puts the mask and he's like, I will shoot you. I do not care that you're a woman. Those best lines. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Doctor Strange having to like rein her in while she's sitting there losing her shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let's be honest, she has all rights to lose her shit. She really does. I mean, she lost Quicksilver, was his name Pietro, whatever.
Yeah,
Peter.
Pietro. So in this one, it was like her brother, and then she loses.
In the X-Men comics, they were brothers too. They were Magneto's kids.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I was curious to see what they would do with that, because like if they're gonna bring in mutants, like do you bring in?
Yeah, if they're gonna bring in Magneto's,
do you change their backstory for this now, or do you give him like new kids, or do you just kind of like leave that out? I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that.
I'm wondering too, because in this timeline, Wanda and Pietro they were experimented on. That's why they have like enhanced abilities and all that.
So this one, it comes from the Mind Stone, but you have to understand at the time that they gave them their backstories, they couldn't use the name Magneto. They couldn't have any of that.
So I am wondering about that, if Magneto's going to be like, hey, you look like my kid, and it's going to be like an inside joke, where it's like, really? That's the inside joke you made? You could have made any jokes, and you're like, you look like my kid. I mean, but no, speaking of Magneto, your boy Michael Fassbender, they're talking about he's going to be in the Marvel movies.
I was about to say, if I'm going to get to keep one of them, he's going to be one that I'm keeping.
Well, they haven't said if he's going to be Magneto, though. They said that he's in talks for Marvel, I think. I read that somewhere. I didn't look into it because
I don't know why you'd get rid of him at that point. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, I don't see why you get rid of him as Magneto. That's just, he was born to play that role.
Yeah, like he did such a good job for that.
A great job. I mean, and even what's his name? James McAvoy. He played a great Charles Xavier. Not the best, but it was great. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it fit the narrative that they were putting on that generation, because like they wanted to go younger, and so yeah. I thought they did good. Like they had good chemistry as like Xavier and Magneto as like the younger days.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the originals with like Patrick Stewart, like they had the good chemistry as like rivals or like old friends that just had a falling out. Like you could tell that their acting chops are really there in that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll go ahead and tell you this. I was talking with my uncle a couple days back. We were talking about the X-Men movies, and my brother's like, "You know who this should get to play Wolverine? Listen to this shit, okay? You're gonna be just as angry as I was, and not because we didn't think of that. It's because a human being thought this was a good idea." My brother looks at me in the eyeballs, 100% sober, by the way, and goes, "Michael Cera." I have never been more angry at a human being in my life. But he was like, you should get Michael Cera to play Wolverine. I was like, you should play a game. It's called Go Fuck Yourself. It's a pretty easy game. It only involves one player.
I would love to see like a 5-minute YouTube video of that.
Oh, a 5-minute YouTube of him trying to be serious. It's like, you're Michael Cera. Nobody takes you seriously.
But like
Michael Cera doesn't take Michael Cera seriously.
I would definitely just never ever.
Yeah, but no. But no, Serena was reading something today talking about, well, when does WandaVision take place? And it's like, it can't take place in any other timeline other than after Endgame.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be something that causes Wanda to snap, it can't be after, or it can't be before Infinity War.
Yeah,
Because
this is
what's gonna happen? She's gonna be in a real weird world where Vision leaves and she pops back. She's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go pick a toaster and go over to Vision." I mean,
yeah, this is all like I think they've even confirmed this is post Endgame.
yeah,
So like the because of the like the format of the show where they're going through uh like different decades of like TV and stuff.
got hair now.
um because of that, like you haven't really seen the outside world yet, but I know that we're eventually going to get some of that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just want to. I want to know whose voice that was in the radio, which I think Randall Park. Which,
Yeah.
if that's him, awesome. If it's not, tell me who it is
Mm-hmm.
and what they were saying. Well, why they were saying that.
Yeah.
You know, show me who the sword person was, because I heard that it was Kat Dennings. But someone said it was there was a theory it was Kat Dennings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get that answered. They're just kind of, it's like a building of suspense for the
Oh, and
for the
Marvel
movie.
knows us.
Yeah.
They could literally have a Marvel intro and it's just a horse taking a shit onto a plate, and I'd be like, dude, did you see that horse? What do you think that meant? But I did like the incorporation of the in game scenes in the Marvel cinematic. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
Because
so
I
good.
think that's really one of the first times that we've seen some of those new scenes. Because I don't even think they had some of them in the Spider-Man movie.
Nope. So I don't know. Seeing that Marvel logo, it was comforting.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
this is the first thing in what, almost 2 years, year and a half.
yeah, almost 2 years. I mean, I know we didn't get one last year, and
Because it was supposed to be in April with Black Widow,
mhm,
but with that getting pushed back till like almost in a complete year, if not longer. Um, yeah, so it'll be because only thing before that was the was Far From Home, and that was like July. So
yeah. So it's been
it's
a
been about a
year.
year and a half.
Yeah. So it felt like normalcy, you know.
Hmm.
With this past year of being literally the weirdest year I remember living.
Okay, to prove how long it's been, both seasons of The Mandalorian were released in between new Marvel stuff.
Exactly. I mean, I think you sent it to me, or some of the I'm tired of living through historic events, granddad. Oh, that's too damn bad. This has been the weirdest year of my life. Seeing that Marvel logo, I forgot about everything else.
Yeah,
It
it's
brought
just
me back.
nice to see something familiar.
Yeah, it was. That's what it was. Something familiar. Of wow, this is what we're getting. Let me cuddle up under my Marvel blanket and watch this.
You see that and you turn into Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. But what I want to know is this: from episode 2, that blonde chick, the like real
Hmm.
bitchy one, she looked at Wanda and said that she's heard about her and her husband, and she knows why they're there. And I don't think she was talking about taking over a talent show or whatever. It sounded like she knew some shit.
Uh,
I want to know what she knows, if she knows something, and where she knows it from.
I mean, she could be somebody that they've sent in to like, because I believe like so Monica Rambeau, like she is somebody that they've tried to send into like kind of Inception wise
Yeah,
to get this to pull her out of this. It could be another attempt. It could have been like the
it
first
could be.
attempt. I don't know. It could just be that could be her own conscience like trying to warn her as opposed to
Well, here's the thing: the way I know that she can control what's going on was still the beekeeper part, where the beekeeper comes out of the sewer and she was like, "Nah," and
yeah.
everything rewound. It's like, "Oh, you can do that." Okay,
So
okay.
so she may be able to control stuff, but she may still not be the one that's in control. Because like I think this is like it's still like her world inside of her own head,
I think
but
this.
she's not the one pulling all the strings.
I think she's in a false like illusion of
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
Like she. I don't know. However, she got to this place, she thinks she can control this,
Hmm.
and whoever's messing with her is letting her think she can control this. Let her think, oh, okay, just change it. It's your world, change it. And then there's going to be a moment where she can't.
Yeah.
And that's going to slowly get her to unspiral. And I am 100% here for it. Did you hear that someone's already seen the 3rd episode?
Houseway.
There are people that have seen the 3rd episode, and we have not purged them yet. We have not demanded answers. Because I'm kind of mad I have
it's
to
like
wait.
a day and a half away. Like I'm not pressing about it.
I'm not going to press about it. But I'm still, Morton salty. Yes, I said.
Are you the Morton's girl?
There's a dog somewhere around here. But I'm still a little mad that I have to wait, which look, Marvel knows I'll wait. I've been waiting this long. Fuck it, I'll wait longer.
I was say it's gonna be a good. It's gonna. Like I said, I'm curious to see what happens in this episode because I think this is gonna be. So with a 9 episode season, right? This is like your first little third. So this
Yeah.
would be like so if we're thinking about it like a movie, this would be like the end of your first act. And so
Yeah,
this is kind of where
something's gonna happen.
something's gonna
Something's
happen,
gonna
and
happen
this
where
is
I'm gonna text you Friday night and be like, what the fuck?
yeah,
You
this
saw
is
that too, right?
yeah, this is where it's like this is where you're gonna put that first like big, either the big twist or like the big hook to pull everybody in.
Well,
Like this is where that should happen.
what I thought was beautifully done was the colors, man. You had the black and white, and you had that red Iron Man colored helicopter.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing, right? What color is Mephisto?
Wait a second. You might be onto something, man.
You didn't put that together?
No, I didn't. And
So
I
so
wasn't.
even in the world of black and white, right? Like you had the fire or the helicopter that showed up that was red. You had on the toaster, the only color on that toaster was the little red light. You've had what other? You had even the gum that gets stuck in Vision that makes him act like drunk at the talent show was big red.
Yeah.
Um, the neighbor, um, there was something where she mentioned like the blonde chick said that she was
Yeah.
saying something about the devil's in the details, and she goes, "Well, that's not the only place he is." And I'm like, "Okay, now I see
That
this."
that I did pick up, and I picked up the big red. When I saw the red and yellow on the helicopter, I just thought about Tony. And I think that's just because it's Tony, man. You can't not think about him during this show.
Oh, and then when she cut her hand, the only time, like that's another time where you see the color
You saw
red.
the red, which that was so beautiful. No, the blood. I mean, the colors. If I was sitting here like the blood is so beautiful, we might need to end the podcast. Personally, what's going on, man? But no, that was just it was good. I'm almost 150,000% sure, and yes, I said 150,000
Okay.
that Mephisto's involved.
Yeah, like it at this point, it just makes the most sense.
Because here's the thing: sure, people can make stuff up. There are too many coincidences, and someone had to have heard something. I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get a shock on episode 4 in the mid season. they're gonna give us something.
Well, so you gotta. When would the mid-season be? Would you do it episode 4? Would you do it episode 5? Because remember,
Um,
nine episode season. So
yeah,
really, the mid-season thing would be in the middle of episode 5. But they
I'm
may
I'm
wait to
I'm
do it.
thinking they might do it. I'm thinking they might do it at episode 4, and the only reason why is because I think they're gonna do it per day or per week. So 4 weeks in, boom, they're gonna slap you in the face with something big, and then when you end, it's gonna be
Well, 4 weeks in would be episode 5. Genius. Way to math.
dude, you know me. We work together. Has math ever been my biggest strength? I'll go ahead and answer that question for you.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah, so that's why I was saying like it might be episode 5, just because technically that would be your week, your mid in terms of your week 4, it would be episode 5 because we got
Well,
2 off the rip.
either way, whichever one it is, I'm looking forward to it
Mm-hmm.
because here's the thing. The first 2 episodes were kind of boring,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of stuff you had to pay attention to, and they're setting up. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand. They're not gonna balls to the wall the first 2 episodes. I mean, they're not Mandalorian.
Which they did. So they did end episode 2 with like the like seeing her with the baby bump. Like
Yeah,
that brings in big implications.
yes.
So
And I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to work on for this next couple episodes. I mean,
so like seeing that to end episode 2 after all the for the kids little crap from the
yes.
like it's kind of like her, like this whole thing is just trying to like discreetly push her to do certain things, which is that's one of the reasons that I can, you can kind of tell that even though she's in control, she's not the one pulling the strings. Like it's like the whole Inception idea, right? Where it had to be like your own idea, like they couldn't just go in and make you do it because it
Yeah.
wouldn't work. So like they have to make her want that thing in order for it to actually work the way they do. So they're just kind of pulling little strings behind the scenes in order to get her to do what they want.
This is it's gonna be good. I liked I was sitting there, slapping Serena's leg when they showed the Stark toaster.
Yeah.
I was like, Babe, it's Stark! It's Stark! And then the Strucker watch.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've picked up on those immediately. And then the sound from the toaster whenever it like started going off like it was gonna explode.
It was like a bomb.
It was the Iron Man repulsor sound.
Yeah. So I don't know. Those are there for a reason, though. I mean, I don't think it's just little ads, like little ads.
Yeah, like they have a meaning, but I don't know. So
well, I think
somebody said that. I think it was was Eric from New Rockstar said it was kind of like their way of showing her backstory because like
Tony and the missile.
Yeah, so Tony and the missile is what, and then Baron von Strucker was the one that did the experiments on him with the Mind Stone, which gave her and Pietro their powers.
I love that watch with the little Hydra symbol.
Yeah.
that was clever, but no. Marvel's got something cooking. They're doing so. Katherine Hines. Did you hear what Katherine Hines said? The chick that plays the neighbor.
What'd you say?
They were talking about spoilers. She's like, "Look, I don't want to be a Ruffalo," and it's like, she's not gonna say anything, bitch. I want to hear something.
That's funny, actually. Yeah, I like that. That's
serious. But no, I mean, I don't know, man. I know I'm gonna be heartbroken because I think the ending of this show, yes, is gonna be Wanda losing her shit, and she's gonna lose it hard. And it's gonna break my heart because I've kind of grown fond of this character, and I know and Marvel's doing damn good. They're doing her dirty. That's exactly what Marvel's doing. They took her brother, they took Vision, and now they're fucking with her head. They're sitting there like, yo, who's a character we can? Oh, definitely her. We're messing with her all day long. And she's also the most powerful Marvel character, though.
Like yeah, like she. So that's the thing is that like we've never actually seen her full power. So we don't know what she's capable of in the MCU wise,
Yeah.
but I think that we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah. We're gonna see just what makes her tick,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna take a toll on a lot of people. And they're they're gonna send some people after her. They're especially uh, doctor who looks a lot like Sherlock Holmes. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm here to watch her heartbreak, which sounds like a jackass thing to say, but Marvel knows who I am. I'm here to watch her heartbreak.
Yeah, well, we should be able to see more. Like next week, we might have some more details that we can look in and see kind of
Yeah,
like where it's
I
going.
think this week was all set up. They're setting up this world, like not the Marvel world, but this like Inception dream world thing, whatever. So I think next week it's going to be okay. Now we're going to start seeing who's fucking with her.
Also, can we talk about the blonde chick's husband's mustache? What a great stash!
Oh yeah, that
That was
was that was that was close to a Tom Selleck or a Sam Elliott. It was up there. I mean,
that was a good stash.
that was a good mustache. That was very very good. But can we also talk about the fact that Vision was pretty much going to let some guy just get drug over the coals just to fit in, and he couldn't give a shit less. At the meeting in the neighborhood watch, and he's like, this dude's a commie. And it's like, what? It's like okay.
Hey, that's part of the Red Scare.
Yeah.
More Mephisto. Mephisto.
I picked that up. But like, it's the fact that he was so like, I'm gonna fit in. You. Sorry. I hope you really don't like your life.
What are you hiding behind that mustache? What's on your upper lip?
It's just a little Hydra symbol. Oh, that's funny. No, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with the show. I really can't. This is gonna be so damn good. And I've been waiting so long. So long. I mean, it's just like when they did a final season of like X-Files and Heroes. I've been waiting so long. And they give me what I want. Marvel gave me an intro, and I sat there. We were sitting on the couch. I was just like, like this is my warm blanket. I'll go to where I know that there's an outcome someone's planned. This isn't the real world. But no, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next or this. Well, shit, we're like 2 days, really,
yeah.
day and a half.
I was about to say by the time this comes out, it'll be the next.
Are they dropping the episodes on Disney Plus the same way they did with Mandalorian?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the exact same. Yeah. So it's 3 a.m. So that way the West Coast is at midnight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I know I'm not gonna be able to watch at 3 a.m. because Serena has to work and all that. But the second we can, I'm gonna be like, dude, watch it. We talk. But no, kind of segueing a little bit, Paul Blart and this shit. Captain America.
Yeah, I saw that Chris Evans said that he was going to come back to play America's ass.
He just needs some of that Marvel. Well, I don't think he needs it. I think he wants some of that Marvel money.
I think he just enjoys playing Captain America.
Yeah.
The money's just a good bonus.
At the end of the day, I think he knows that everyone kind of wants to see more Cap, and he's happy to oblige. I mean, I would love for it to be, and I posted on the Facebook page. I would love for it to be a like 6-episode miniseries of him replacing all the stones.
Oh yeah, that would be. I would enjoy that.
And
mainly because I want to know how he gave the Soul Stone back.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, shit. Look, here's the thing: a soul for a soul. If you return the soul, you should get the soul back.
Yeah, 100%.
Which Marvel has never led me astray, but I don't think they thought that time travel plan through well enough. Because there's a couple plot holes that no one's ever gonna look at,
Mm-hmm.
but it's there. I mean, if you want, if you want it, you can be like, there's one, and there's one. Oh, there's one too. Oh, there's a tiny one, but it's there. I mean, now what would be really cool is, and I know it's not, but what would be really cool is if that is what the Black Widow movie is Cap return the Soul Stone, so she comes back and she has to do whatever. I know that's not what it's going to be, but I would love for it to be that.
No, that so I also would enjoy that just to see how they would kind of explain that.
Could be
I would
that.
also love him to see what's his name when he has to go return it.
Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that picture of when Red comes up, Steve, son of what? And Steve's like, what the fuck?
It's like, Steve, son. Wait a minute.
Steve, son of a bitch, you're still alive. Come on, come on. That joke is right there. Thor can't be the only one who can use that. Pluck it over to Cap.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I'll give you that one. That was pretty good. It's right there.
It's right there. But no, I also heard that if they're gonna do Young Avengers, that he could kind of be like the Bruce Wayne to Terry McGinnis. You know, he's the man in the chair.
Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Even if like you just have to like old makeup him again, like I wouldn't mind it.
Yes, bitch. I just want to know what they're doing. He wouldn't do it if they didn't sell him on it. You know, if he didn't think it'd be a good idea, I think he has enough respect for that character.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't a good idea, he wouldn't touch it. He wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
He knows that he's the face of this character for the rest of his life, and for the rest of that character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's always going to be the face of Captain America, just like, you know, Robert Downey Jr. is always going to be Iron Man. It doesn't matter if in 50 years you replace him, he's always going to be Iron Man. So I don't think he's going to do anything to like put a mark on that reputation he's built.
Also, so I know that we talked, I believe we talked, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago about the rated R Deadpool thing?
I think it was last week.
So now that he's in the MCU, I still would like to vote for him to take up the Stan Lee cameos. I want him in full Deadpool suit and then just like aviators and like a mustache and a hat, and just like I want him to be Stan Lee and just say absolutely nothing about it, and nobody else notice the fact that it's Deadpool.
I would love that. That would make me happy.
Either that, or I need like a Deadpool cameo in like every Marvel movie. Like he doesn't need to be important. Like I just need to see him like in the background.
Yeah,
like, say they're at a scene and like you just see him standing in line for like food or something, and him just kind of like turn and like look at the camera and just be like, and then just like go back to standing there. It would be so funny.
I don't see Kevin Feige not doing that. I really don't.
Be so funny.
He knows that character. I don't see him just kind of sitting there like, you know, I don't see him looking at me like, oh, that's a dumb idea. I see him going, yeah, we can see it happening, because it has happened. But no, I mean, you know, Captain America's coming back. You know, they're bringing a lot of people back, man. You know, Charlie Cox, I think he filmed scenes for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, so that was so you get the Deadpool, or not the Daredevil. So it's like they're just pulling in, they're getting to pick and choose kind of what they enjoyed about the
they're getting to bring their toys back.
Like the Netflix, yeah. Like it's just picking and choosing which ones they liked, which ones they didn't, and then they can just be like, oh, we like this one, we'll keep you around. That
version of Daredevil was great. I love that show. And if they have Charlie Cox as Daredevil, there is no reason at all why you can't get Vincent D'Onofrio to come back for Kingpin. There's no reason why you can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all either. Because like I can't think of anybody else I'd rather see in that role. I
mean, Marvel knows what they're doing. They're not going to disappoint us. I mean, even if you know they don't do Kingpin ever again, which, in my opinion, that's just a waste of a perfectly good character. But I don't get paid to make these movies; they do. But bring Vincent D'Onofrio back. I'll pay him. It'll be in hugs, but I'll pay him. I'll be like, Vincent, come here, man. Come here. Look, you can do it. I believe in you. Wow, you're tall.
How tall is he?
How tall? He's probably. Actually, I don't even know. Let me look that up real quick. Vincent D'Onofrio. He is 6'4". Yeah, he's tall.
He's basically my height. Are you kidding me?
You're taller than me. He's tall. But no, have him come in. I mean, they don't need to do their Iron Fist because I didn't dig their Iron Fist show that much. Luke Cage, I think I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't my favorite, but it was good. I mean, people enjoyed it. I mean, bring him back. You know, Jessica Jones. I liked their Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I would. I feel like some of those roles could probably get recast, and it would be a good thing. Because if you recast the people, you're also recasting the story that's already been told.
Yeah, true.
And so some of that you don't want to bring those people in so that you can tell new backstory and kind of get away from all the Netflix stuff.
Well, that and because the guy that played Blade was in Luke Cage. Or the guy that is playing Blade.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he was in Luke Cage, but he was in there.
So it's like some, like some point you're going to want to like change things up so that way you can, like if you're bringing back Charlie Cox for Daredevil, most likely it's going to mean that his backstory from the Netflix show is probably going to stick.
Yeah.
If you're bringing back, what's his name as Punisher, it's meaning that that's probably going to stick as well.
Which, and I know you didn't see it. He did a very, very good Punisher. He was as close to the comics as you can really get. Well, like close to like the newer comics.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, he was better than Thomas Jane, and I love the Thomas Jane Punisher movie.
Oh, I love that movie so much. Like that, when I think of the Punisher, like that's the one that I want. Not obviously like the Nicolas Cage, not the John Travolta bad guy, but like the Punisher part, yes. The villain of the story, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. But no, this new John Bernthal, he was Shane in The Walking Dead. He's been in a little bit of things. He was Al Capone in Night at the Museum too, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which there have been a lot of movies that I've seen him in. I'm like, it's the Punisher, and it's like, who's in this Punisher, right? Hey, shut the fuck up! It's the Punisher. Like he was in a Grudge Match with
Okay, yeah. That was what was it? The Kevin James, or which?
That was Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro. They're old boxers.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of another movie where it was like him.
Was it Here Comes the Boom that you're thinking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was the Kevin James. Yeah.
That was good. No. John Bernthal was, I think, where he was Robert De Niro's son in Grudge Match,
mm-hmm.
and it's pretty good. Here's the thing: when he talks in his normal voice, yeah, I don't enjoy it. Because as the Punisher, he's got a
Batman thing going on.
Kind of like if you listen to the dude that plays Dean in Supernatural, if you listen to his everyday voice and his Dean voice, those are two different voices.
Because he has the Batman thing going on.
Yeah, he'll say that he'll be like, I'm gonna slaughter before example. He'll be like, my family died, and then at the interview he's like, yeah, in the interview he's like, yeah, it's like, go back. Oh God, go back. The voice does not match the face. But he's a damn good actor. I think if they bring him back, which they're talking to him, they really should, as Punisher, you will not hear me ever complain unless they PG-13 that shit. and then you'll hear me complain a lot. I'll do a whole side episode of me just going, here's an hour of me complaining.
Yeah, that's another one. Just like with like Deadpool, like you can't have that not be like rated R.
Yeah.
Because it's just got like a certain like gore factor and just like a language factor
it's got a certain like story content where it's like
it has to be rated R or else you can't tell the full thing.
It's like you can try and make it PG-13, but it's not going to grip you the same way of, look, we're going to make this shit rated R. That way you can tell a 100% authentic Punisher story or a 100% authentic Deadpool story. It's not like, you want to tell an authentic Deadpool story? Sorry, you're gonna do X-Men Origins. but you know, Marvel isn't. I don't think they're gonna let me down. I think Marvel's gonna listen to this and they're gonna go, wow, you know, that almost bald man, he's right. And
almost bald man.
That almost bald man, because I'm growing my hair back out now. But no, kind of swapping comics a little bit. Justice League.
Yeah.
It is no longer, well, this is the rumor, that it's no longer going to be a 4-part miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zack Snyder said it's going to be a full movie. Which, the dude hasn't failed me. But I think a lot more people are going to be drawn to it if it is a 4-part miniseries, because then it's not, you know, you have time to watch an episode, you can go do something. It's not like, wow, this is a 4-hour movie.
Hey, there's this thing that they invented a long time ago.
You say the pause button.
It's called the pause button. So if you need to stop, you can pause what you're doing on that and then, you know, pick it up the next day.
Get out of town, really?
It's the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Look, no, if people could go and see Gone with the Wind in theaters, they can watch.
You make a valid point. I mean, look, I'm not one of them who's going to pause it. If they put out a 4-hour Justice League movie, either Serena watches it.
4 hours are getting blocked. Yeah.
Yeah, either Serena watches it with me, or Serena watches it with me. And we're going to be watching Justice League. She's going to be like, can we go to bed? Can you get a minute? I'm tired. I'm not.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Yeah. Sorry, Peggy.
Oh, man. But, Grandpa, I'm tired. Well, that's too damn bad.
Oh, I love King. I saw a picture the other, totally off topic. I saw a picture the other day that said, remember when Bobby had his heart broken by a vegetarian, so he just eats an entire 72-ounce steak while looking her dead in the eyes the whole time? That's big dick energy.
I was about to say that amount of spite fuels me to do things for myself.
Yeah. When I think, oh, you can't do this, in my mind, I was like, hey, remember the time that Bobby ate a giant steak in front of a vegetarian? I'm like, I can do this. I'm not gonna lie, man, that steak looked good. Here's my thing. Real live action movies don't make food look good. All that. Cartoons will make food look. They will make disgusting shit look delicious.
That's because they don't have to actually make it.
Like Oliver and Company, the Disney movie, they made dog food look damn good. Like it was like, wow, that like that looks like it might be pretty good.
That's because they don't actually have to make it.
Yeah.
It's easy to make something look good when you don't actually have to make it.
It's easy to make something look good when all you have to do is go.
Also, they don't have to abide by the laws of physics in anime and cartoons. So
cartoon food always, like those Studio Ghibli, I think. They have no legal right to make their food look that good. Every time I watch Howl's Moving Castle, I want bacon and eggs. Because that bacon was like that thick, and it's like, oh.
They don't have to actually make it.
Yeah, they make it look so good. And it's just like, Why?
It's just like whenever you see an ad for something for like a fast food place, like it's never what you see on the TV.
It's never. It's never. Even though I will say, with them double quarter pounders from McDonald's, I could give a shit less. It doesn't look like it does on TV.
Yeah, yeah.
In my mind, it does. But no, so Kevin Feige's doing Star Wars now.
Oh, okay. So is he getting one of the shows that they announced, or is he getting his
Yes.
own show?
I don't think he. I'm actually not sure. All they've said was Kevin Feige's doing Star Wars, and they announced the writer. It's the same dude that's doing Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and the same dude who's I think he's writing or producing Loki.
Okay.
So he's bringing in a friend to write some Star Wars. I'm down with it, just like I'm down with the fact that Lucasfilms now owns the Star Wars games again.
Oh, that's right. They do. So now we can get the open world Star Wars.
Yes, that, and I don't have to pre-order, levels in games.
So
You
I
want
say this.
to pass level 2?
I say this, and I don't usually say this about game companies, and I don't say this very lightly, but EA can go fuck itself.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
They literally got sued by the country of Canada for their microtransactions.
Well, here's my thing. If they had microtransactions, they can do it. That's their right, whatever. Don't make it to where it's, make it where you can get DLCs. Stuff like that, Don't make it to where it's like, oh, you want to surpass level 40? You got level 40 money?
That's essentially what it is, because it was like with all of the like what was
Battlefront 2?
Yeah, like all the Battlefront games, it was so much just like you're buying like loot boxes and this and that to like
Yeah, and it was
upgrade your
just
things, and you're not guaranteed any of it for like it's not like where if you say, okay, if you open like 60 of these, by the 60 you will have one of everything. Some
yeah.
things
If
you may
it
get
was that, I totally understand. But with them, it was kind of like you want something? No, don't know if you're gonna get it anyways.
Yeah, so like that's why Canada actually sued them, is because they deemed it was basically gambling, because they didn't put the odds, like they put no odds into like the actual game of like how many like you should get these like this rarity of stuff every like 60 or 50 or 40 like it was
Yeah,
like a one out of whatever chance, and they basically just said it was like gambling, and it's when your game's marketed towards like 14-year-olds, that's illegal.
yeah. Which EA back in the day, I never really had a problem with them. I mean, when they were doing like, I think they did a couple of the Harry Potter games, stuff like that.
That's
Like back
because
up,
you couldn't do microtransactions at that time.
yeah.
So they had to just make a good game.
I played Battlefront 1, the remake of Battlefront 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I can 100% fully say EA can lick my ass, because no. Here's my thing. If you make a game, you should be able to have a single player, your own kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was before I was playing online again.
Yeah.
So I bought Battlefront to play
a campaign, and it had no campaign.
A campaign that was like that big, and you could play as Han Solo once. So I kind of stopped. And I mean, when I got PS Plus, me, you, and RJ played Battlefront for like what, a couple of days, and it was like these games last like 2 hours.
Yeah. Like when like some of those games, it's like you're basically you got to set aside like a block of time, and I'm like,
that's what I mean.
That's too long. Like the campaign's not that good.
No,
like the multiplayer.
Honestly, the online wasn't that great either.
The multiplayer just takes too long to play.
And you can't even. I don't even think you can choose what timeline you go in. It's kind of like randomized, which that's what I always liked about the original one was, you could choose clones or stormtroopers with Battlefront 2, I think all you get is you want to play, you're going to play what we want you to play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, EA, go fuck yourselves. Pretty thoroughly.
Yeah. So
I mean,
if we
if you
can
need
get
help,
if we can get like a Star Wars that's kind of like along the lines of like a Grand Theft Auto or
that would be
uh
so
or like a Fallout or like a
I'll tell you what game I had an idea for, and it's probably never going to happen. But if they make it, fork over some money because I had this idea. And actually, I think I read it somewhere. But it was a supernatural game.
Okay. Well.
You get to create your hunter, and you can pick up jobs and all that. It was kind of like a little bit like a Fallout, a little bit like a open world. You still have campaigns. Oh, that would have been so cool. That would have been so cool.
So another game that I'd actually love to see is like a remake of, maybe not necessarily a remake, but like a more modern version of like the Quidditch game that they used to have. So it's like where you could have like actual online multiplayer where you could play other people.
That would have been awesome.
I would be playing that all day long.
Oh, dude, if they did a remaster of Simpsons Hit and Run, oh, that was my shit.
I was say that's one of those like arcade classics at that point.
Yeah,
they used to have like the machines you could go play.
Simpsons Hit and Run was like Grand Theft Auto for kids who were not allowed to play Grand Theft Auto.
Basically.
And I was one of those kids. I was always told I'd become a drug dealer if I played Grand Theft Auto. So I played The Simpsons and became an alcoholic. No. No, that game was it was so fun, dude. It was something else. And I think they're talking about doing a remaster, which they need to hurry the hell up.
Yeah, like so, some of those older games, like now if you could just like remaster them, like that would be. Those would be great hits to put on the market. People would play.
I remember at one point that they said that the PS5 you were going to be able to play PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 1 games on it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that was. I heard a rumor of that being. If they would have been able to do that, I would have busted out the.
So even right now, they have a lot of like those older games that you could just like download off the PlayStation Store. So like other like a while ago, like I downloaded the Pod Racer game.
Yeah.
So like I played that one, and that one was really fun. Like it's literally the same game. Like the graphics are still crap, but like you can just play it on like a PS4. And I think it's got like an online multiplayer. Like they added that function.
I want them to go back and remaster every single Silent Hill game, because I would be playing that every single day. Because
your horror.
Did you just whose line me?
I did, yeah. I did.
Horror.
No,
yeah, that was kind of my stuff growing up, was like survival horror and all zombie I used to buy Black Ops and like Black Ops 2. Mm-hmm. Fuck the campaign, and I used to play zombies. Yeah. Because it was fun, and now it's kind of annoying. It's old. Like I pulled out Black Ops 1 the other day and was playing zombies. I was like, I remember being a lot better at this. It's like, because now I'm in Modern Warfare Online mode where I'm sitting there like, going like that. And I was like, I can't do that. I have to open doors in this game. But yeah, if PlayStation can do a total remaster of most of their games, I think Sony would make $1 billion in like a month.
Yeah, it would be it'd be something that you could do easily. Well, I guess I shouldn't say easily, but like it's something that you could do, and it would boost sales without ever having to release a disc.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If they open the store, which you don't have to make it like $50-$60, you can make a game $5. Mm-hmm. And if enough people are like, I used to play that when I was a kid, bye.
Yeah, especially when you don't have to actually make the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be so good. Oh, there are so many games I used to play on PlayStation 2 that if they remastered, I'm just mouth watering. Remembering my PlayStation 2. I mean, remembering my childhood, dude. I mean, going on HBO Max, and they have a bunch of they have Ed, and Eddie on HBO Max, and I was like,
That was my show right there.
oh, love that. Johnny Bravo's on there. It's like Johnny Bravo, the show that proved that Cartoon Network, yeah, they never gave a singular fuck.
Okay, episode 1 of Johnny Bravo, he fights an alligator and calls him a son of a handbag.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai.
What are you doing in my laboratory?
You remember the caveman episode?
I don't remember that one, but I do remember the one where he like found like some dude's dog, and then like gave it a like an implant so it could talk, and it was like the worst conversation of all time.
Well, there was an episode of Dexter's Laboratory where I think he went back in time and he found a caveman and he brought him to the future and was like showing him all this stuff. And the caveman went nuts and he sent him back. Yeah, Adult Swim made a TV show about that caveman. There is not a single word said the whole show. It's literally just him fighting dinosaurs. It is the coolest show ever. But
That's
Samurai
funny.
Samurai Jack was my shit. And when they did the like, I guess final season or whatever, like however many years ago,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that was so. I was there for every single episode. I mean,
Yeah, that was. There were a lot of good shows back then for like Cartoon Network that I'm happy that HBO Max is like actually putting them where you can watch again.
oh, I mean, like,
Because like before it was so hard to find them. Like even like Netflix and Hulu didn't.
I looked for years to try and find Ben 10. I couldn't find it anywhere, and then Hulu picked it up, and then now HBO Max has it. And I went back through. I watched Ben 10. I watched Teen Titans, the good one, the good Teen Titans.
The good Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go. Just
where Slade was voiced by Hellboy.
yeah. So it was Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go Away.
What I still think is funny is for the Batman the animated series, when they made the game for, I think it was the new Batman Adventures actually, that had Robin and Nightwing and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the voice of the Robin who is in that show. It's the voice of Robin from Teen Titans. So if you watch the 90s or the early 2000s Batman show with Tim Drake, and you play the game, it's Dick Grayson's voice.
Speaking of the Batman thing, didn't they announce that they were going to make another season of that?
Oh, yes. Well, they kind of announced it. There's a rumor going out that they're going to do it, and everyone's like, is it a rumor, or is it that you guys said it was a rumor because it's too early to announce anything? Which, here's my thing, though. If they're not going to get Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, like I think what they said was it was going to be just like it was going to continue on from what was actually like what got left off.
Well, because that show, it never really had an ending. It just kind of stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can look at it and be like, okay, there's another couple years of stories they could tell. And that's why in Batman Beyond, you kind of got like the Tim Drake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're going to do it. Just make sure that they have the original cast.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, really, it's not worth it.
Yeah, hearing Mark Hamill as Joker again would be fantastic.
It would be so great, and I don't see them not doing it. I don't see them going like, Mark, dude, let's be honest here. Take the money. Here's some money. It's right here. Do you want it? And he's like, I don't want it. And you're like, you're a dumbass. Take the money. But no, speaking of Dick Grayson, we had a conversation on here about Batman versus Superman. I know I texted you about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We had a conversation on here about Batman versus Superman and about Jared Leto's Joker. I went on a website the other day, and what I do when I write, if I'm writing my script, is I look at the layout of the script so I can be like, okay, just make sure I'm writing it right.
Mm-hmm.
But I was exploring everything they had, and they had a script called Asylum,
Mm-hmm.
which was the cover name for Batman versus Superman. And keep in mind, I think this was a first draft, so there's a lot of stuff in there that was kind of changed. But I figured out who the dead Robin is, and it hurts me because it's not Jason Todd. It's Dick Grayson. And when I say it hurts me, I actually think I heard that when they announced there would be a dead Robin. I think they said it was going to be Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a reason. But yeah, so that chapter is finally closed. It is Dick Grayson, which means the possibility of having Nightwing in the Snyderverse, 0. It's right there. That's a 0 amount. But yeah, man, I mean, kind of just going back, HBO Max, they're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're getting some good stuff coming out here soon.
They pushed Kong versus Godzilla back to, or
They pushed it up.
yeah, they pushed it
so
up.
It comes out in what, March?
Yeah. So that I'm waiting like impatient little schoolgirl for.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see. That was one of the ones that I wanted to see off the list.
Well, because when Godzilla King of the Monsters came out, we were working at Walmart, and you were like, dude, it was good. And I didn't get to see it until it hit HBO, and I was just like, oh, that is so good. Give me some more Godzilla.
And could you imagine that people were complaining about that movie because it didn't have enough human elements in it?
Oh, you mean dumbasses?
I was like, you're watching a movie called Godzilla. Where did you think the humans were coming in at?
I came from
Godzilla.
Yeah, I came for Monster Fight Club. I did not come for, well, come on, Tammy, we gotta go. I came for Step on Tammy.
I came for, and just like blue flame.
Speaking of that, what was that? The ASDF, the large foot, was it large foot Timmy?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Bigfoot Bryanson with the, oh, it's a gunman. Oh, I'm gonna stab you.
I'm gonna stab you.
But no, yeah, I did not sign up to hear two human beings say a single word to each other. I signed on for, God, he's gonna fight King Ghidorah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
I'm here. And
I literally just wanted to see 2.5 hours of that last like 30-minute fight scene in Boston.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was good. I
just as long as they don't hurt Fenway, leave Fenway alone.
Yeah.
Keep that there. It's old. It is very fragile.
it's very, there's someone back there like, Godzilla, no, that way.
Don't hurt Fenway. Go around.
Go around. And then you got like the 50 guys who are going like. But no, yeah, that movie was good. I like Kong vs. Godzilla. I haven't seen it yet. I like Kong Skull Island though. That was good.
I haven't seen that one, so I have to watch that before I watch
It's on HBO Max. I recommend it. It's the only movie with Brie Larson that you won't hear me bitch about. And before anyone who listens goes, well, is he still on that? Yeah, yes, he is. It's going to be a lifelong thing. I'll be 75 years old. People are going to be like, didn't you used to have a podcast? Let me tell you about Brie Larson. Oh, fuck him. But no, it's good. I very much recommend it. You got Nick Fury in it, Loki, Captain Marvel, John Goodman.
I'm a fan of that cast.
It's well worth a watch. You got John C. Reilly as kind of a crazy guy.
Okay.
It was a good. John C. Reilly can be in anything though, and I'll watch it.
No, any movie he's in with Will Ferrell, instant classic. Any single one.
I like Talladega Nights when he's calling him about the haunted house. Ricky, did you ever hear some weird noises? But no, when we're talking about movies that we can't wait to see or want to see, dude, I want another Alien movie.
Uh, it won't hurt me if we never get another one.
I love I've always loved the Alien movies, and if you ask me why, can't tell you. I have
So
no.
my favorite Alien movie was Alien versus Predator.
No, that was I liked Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Those are pretty good. Alien Covenant, you had Danny McBride.
Yeah, see, I wanted to see that one, but I haven't seen that one yet either. That was one that it was like I was waiting for it to come out on like a Netflix or something, and then I just still haven't watched it, even though it's come out on I think HBO Max.
Danny McBride is in it, and he's not like Danny McBride. He makes jokes, but the rest of the time you're like, are you being serious, Danny McBride? Hell, dude, speaking of Danny McBride, he's been doing a lot of stuff lately that I never expected. I think he produced the last Halloween movie. The last one that came out, he was in, let me look this up to make sure I'm right, but he was in on it.
Yeah, look it up because you've been wrong a lot here lately.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling me out, and let me see.
You say people are dead who are not dead.
Yeah, Danny McBride wrote the screenplay. Well, helped write the screenplay. It was him and 3 other people. And let me see, what else did he do? Danny McBride is the 11th. There's 11 of those movies. Jeez.
Oh, is that Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was like Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, Halloween, Halloween in this one, Halloween H2O, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason Goes to Space. It's like, can you stop sending that man places? Let him be.
Yeah, he helped write the screenplay.
And then also you got the Freddy vs. Jason, Freddy vs. Jason 2, Freddy vs. Jason, and
that's not Halloween. Years. That's not Halloween, right?
Yes, but I'm saying the trope is still there, and I hate it.
I was making sure.
Stop sending these people into made up scenarios just because you want to make another movie.
Dude,
let it be.
Speaking of that, because Friday the 13th Part 6 was filmed in Covington, Georgia, I believe.
Okay, that's Atlanta. Yeah.
So they're gonna have like a show, like a viewing of the movie at the place where it was filmed to make money. And me and Serena looking on Facebook, and it was like, let me go ahead and save you some money and some time. Jason comes back to life. People have sex. They die. A couple people try and survive. They also die. Jason gets trapped. He dies. He comes back at the end. And it was like just hitting the tropes of a Friday the 13th movie. He's like, there, I saved you $75. But no, yeah, but Danny McBride's been doing a lot of great work. He was an Alien as a funny character, but also kind of a serious character. He was in a movie called Arizona where he was, I think, a serial killer. He helped write the new I don't know if he's helped write the next 2, the one that's coming out this year and the one that's coming out, I'm going to assume, next year. But dude's got talent, man. I always like some Danny McBride. I always thought he was funny, and This Is the End.
I still haven't seen that movie.
That movie is so great. Oh my God, it's funny. It is so funny. But no, I guess the last little bit of stuff is, they're going to do a D&D show, which I don't know how familiar you are with D&D.
If you want a D&D show, just watch Critical Role. It's the same thing.
Is that out yet? Is it on Amazon?
That's no. That's the Critical Role is the it's the people that do like D&D on like Twitch.
Yeah, well, they're talking about doing a TV show with them.
I don't know if they're like they have a show, but like you can go watch like their I think they have a YouTube channel where they post all their videos, so like you can watch.
I've been meaning to go watch them. I've had a lot of people tell me to go watch it. I'm probably going to. I mean, I used to watch these people call their channel was called I can't remember what it is right now. Their name totally escaped me. But and they deleted their channel because the dude that ran it, kind of a jackass. Like, is for real, shitty. But and if you look past that, they had some great games. I mean, I love D&D. D&D is one of my favorite things. I haven't played it in years, but when I used to play it, it's just like this. It was one of my favorite times of the week where I could just
My favorite one that I ever saw was the one with Vin Diesel that was called D and Diesel.
Yeah. I remember that. That was funny. Oh, that was good. D&D. So he's Vin Diesel though. He's something else. But we had a pretty good show today, man.
Absolutely.
That's all the news we had. They kept this one a little shorter. I think we're running at about an hour and a half. Kept it a little short because I'm sure everyone's tired of like the 2-hour episodes of us just jawing. But yeah, I see you got a new setup.
Yeah, I got not necessarily a setup, just I got a webcam, so it kind of it's just a little bit easier than using the laptop cam, and it just gives it just kind of looks a little bit better. So.
Oh yeah, I like it, man. I mean, these past episodes they've been good, man. We're now that we have video, everyone can see when you say some.
We get to see your reactions to my great ideas, yes.
And I'm just sitting there like, why is he not getting paid? Like, really?
I ask myself that all the time.
But no, yeah, we have a lot of changes coming soon. You'll see a different scenery here soon. When I start school, I'm pretty sure we'll still have the same setup of Wednesdays and all that won't impede any of this. So, it'll be I might not be as active once I start, but you guys got months, man. I'm not starting until June, so that's just me going back for my core, and then I'm doing media and communication, so I'll be able to learn how to do stuff like this and filmmaking.
We'll have a whole Black Widow movie in before then.
It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, like I said, it was a great show. You have anything else you want to add, my man?
I think we covered pretty much everything that I had seen. So.
Oh yeah, well, I guess this is the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, obviously, everybody tell him happy birthday. Tell him he's old, even though he's not.
Yeah. Well, tell me. Yeah, I know I'm not old. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Blink-182 did inform me years ago that no one would like me when I'm 23. So this is going to be a year of just me going, yeah, I know, 23. But until next week, well, first, thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share it out to your friends. If you have anyone who might like to listen to what we sit here and shoot the shit on.
Yeah, if you noticed anything in WandaVision that we didn't, that, especially like Mephisto wise, like that would be just let us know. Like we're looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah, I watched both episodes one time. I haven't done my second watch yet, so I'm gonna go back and pick out. Oh, okay, that's this, that's that. But yeah, comment. Anything else? Anything you guys want to add? Anything, anything you want us to do, talk about, whatever. Just shoot us a slide in our DMs.
I'm just commenting on the video, commenting on the page, anything you want.
Yeah, we'll be very active. But until next time, I am Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And this was Nerds the Word. Thank you for listening, and may the force be with you.
And this is the way.